Ta-da! Plain cat cat. Click anywhere to continue. Click. What is your name? Rare. Hello, Dabby. Paris is truly a sight to behold. I can't get used to it, even having lived here for most of my life. Can I just get this? Oh, cool. The scenic parting the city in two, the smell of baked goods in the morning, and the building filled with history. Even so, living here alone could maybe be a bit mundane, but I don't have to. I share an apartment with my old friend Roselle. I was right the first time. Who studies, yes, medias of sort.
Veterinary medicine.
Yes. I don't get to spend much time with her, as my job's working the evening shift at a small newspaper. Speaking of which, I ought to let her know I'll be heading to the office for the night in a bit. I knock on her door, waiting a few seconds before entering. Hello. Hey, Ro. How are you doing? I'm alright, Ray. And you? All good. Just want to let you know I'll be leaving for work in a few. This really tiny apartment. Ask about today. So, what have you been up to? Not much. School? Yeah. Worked from home. If she wants to go somewhere this weekend, ask if I can help clean up her room. Weekend. You know what? It's a really nice day. really nice outside, and we haven't gone out for coffee together. Virgil, I hear you. We should totally do so this weekend when we're both free. Well, it has been a while. You know, you want to. Some fresh air will feel nice. Maybe. I might have to study, so no promises. She glances at the clock above the door behind me. Shouldn't you be going soon?
Virgil!
You wind up late. In not too long. Hello. Don't come through.
What?
I said you can let him come through. I'm good on time actually, but it might be time to break it off. You might be right. I'm off then. I'll pass by the bakery too. Is there anything you like? No, I'm good. Alright then, see you. I leave her to her own and head for the door. Before leaving, I pat my pockets, realizing I'm forgetting something. Ro, have you seen my keys? The ones with the cork? Have you looked in the kitchen? I check and find them on the countertop. Is the door closed?
Yeah, hold on.
I always forget to check there. Good thing she still keeps tabs on me, even if things are different now. Thanks, bye!
Bert, give me like 35 seconds.
He's determined.
I know he
He's
is.
determined to open that door. It was a pain in the ass. Man, how lucky am I to have a visit like this going to work? I think to myself as my feet patter against the rounded stone of old toe path. In the shade by the wall, I spot a cat, looking every bit as scruffy as the water looks serene. Kitty! Oh, Roselle loved this if she were here. She always used to chase after cats, patiently gaining their trust and befriending them like some kind of cat whisperer. Whenever successful, which was almost always, she'd memorize the occasion by having a picture taken, like a big game hunter of old posing with her quarry. Blah, blah. Blah, blah. I kind of miss that side of her. Maybe a picture of my own would remind her of the good old days. The thoughts stopped me in my tracks, and I studied the cat in question. It's just sitting there, gazing over the water, as if saying, "Yep, I rule this place." Which, in fairness, it probably did by the looks of things. Looking at the time, I noticed that I have plenty of it. I could at least try to get her a picture. What could possibly go wrong after all? But how should I approach? Sneak up on the cat. Yes. Let know you're there carefully. Better take it slow here. Slow and steady wins the race. After all, I'm not a sorcerer, cat whisperer. Rosita, Rose. I would hate to spook it now, but what was clearly even to me, a favorite spot of theirs. Hello, my son. Not that this cat looked particularly skittish. It has a very well proud bearing. Hello there, kitty. I speak softly while closing the distance. Hello there, kitty! Sorry, I had to. It was too funny. When I'm merely a few meters away, it gave me glance out of the corner of its eye. I get the idea and stop. Satisfied with my response, it resumes watching over the still water. I could easily just take a picture of the cat's back and call it a day, but my professional pride berates me for even considering such a notion. It may not be the cutest, cuddliest cat in the world, but I guess a good photo one way or another. Wait for the right moment. The cat seems to rather enjoy the view of the water. Ever so slowly I walk up to the edge, maintaining respectful distance to the cat and sitting down with my legs crossed. The late summer evening sun showering the city in the pink glow. Not even the faintest breeze disturbs the mirror-like surface of the water. I glance at the cat. It's basking in the sun with its eyes closed, savoring the warmth. The moment is here. With careful, deliberate movements, I fish my phone out of my pocket and lean in for a photo. The picture's perfectly captured in the scenery of the scene. Now, well, hi, son. Hello. Hello. Hello, my boy. Hello. I did a puppy. Not wishing to disturb the cat any longer, I get up and walk away. Ah! Oh, perfect. What a perfect photo. A perfect photo. My phone is cracked. The reply comes through so fast it feels like I got it before even I sent the message. That's a gorgeous photo. That cat looks like a stray. How did you manage to get so close? Tell me. I just took my time. Fuck. I took my time. Gotta learn from the best. Haha, the best wouldn't go that far, but thanks. Did it take long to get to that point? Not really. It didn't seem to mind me being in the vicinity as long as it could keep track. Bah! Bah! That's the reason why I look like a sheep. Bah! And I did nothing hasty. Strays are often kind of chill if you don't bother them. Be careful though. They can be unpredictable. Why did my Discord go off? I don't know why my Discord went off. I kind of got that vibe. Yeah, I will be. I almost forgot. Thanks for the... Oh, I guess I could have went back. Oh, well. Thanks for the picture. I think I'll make that my new home screen on my phone. Good chat, Ro. Good chat, Ro, but I need to hurry up now. I lost more time than I thought. That here, haha. Go to work. I don't want to go to work. I didn't even want to go. Oh, wait, I gotta click that. You want to go to work. You can't make money. I don't know what they're doing. Work went by as usual, and it was over in no time. John in, lurking around in the corners. I'm heading for the bakery. All the little shops are closed, but the bakeries are already at their battle stations, clearing out their goods for the breakfast rush and the coming day. Thanks to having friends in high places, also known as the owner, I'm allowed to sneak in through the back door and get my grubby hands on bread early. Rose said she didn't want any, but I'll get her some just in case she changes her mind. Besides, you can never have too much bread. Yes, you can, but no, you can't. As I leave the bakery with my precious baked goods, I notice a cardboard box next to the door, which apparently in the residence of the charming fat cat sleeping inside. Clearly, it's been cared for to some extent. I have glitter in my goddamn nails. Get out. That's why. What was I? Clearly it's been cared for to some extent, as the floor is draped with a cozy looking blanket, and somebody made it a little roof to keep the rain out. Is it a new tenant of the street, or am I sexually selectively blind and it's always been here? I can't recall. Looking around the nearby area, strangely littered with glass jars too. Inspired by the success of the earlier cat encounter, I decide to add to win further glory by attempting a second triumph moment, one to make Rose the cat whisperer proud. I should actually move my AI because yes, where is? Because I moved it over here for the fact that sub was always over here. But for now, I'm gonna move over here because then I'm out of the way. To a point. Oh, yeah, I remember why. Because I would look over here at my second screen, and because I would be looking this way normally. I guess now I'm looking this way. I don't really know. Bah. Anyway, I dropped my bag and crouched down next to the sleeping cat, or what I thought was a sleeping cat. It opened its eyes and looked down at me lazily. Wait. Alright, cat. Make your move. I say with excruciating of a movie gunslinger waiting to let the cat take the first action, not wishing to pressure it in any way. In a shocking display of Herculean effort, the cat opened a second eye and looks at me with steady gaze. I can't help but to feel like it's trying to assess me. Playing along for a quiet laugh to myself, I struck a pose showing my good side. Well, if such a thing existed. Ha! Ho! He! Ha! Yes. A few seconds pass before it gets up, lanky, any step balance of urgency. It jumps down with the grace of a drunken baboon, landing on its feet seemingly more by blind luck than any skill on its part. It comes over to me, rubbing up against my legs with a quiet purr. Well, aren't you friendly little thing? Giving it a few pats along the back before I go, I start to make my way home to that bed, which I am now longing for. At least that was the theory. A very persistent furry friend demands more attention, considering getting in my way, protecting my attempting to leave very efficiently indeed. I can't deny that it is a very charming thing. As it is, I can't really get a good shot of the cat. It's either at a bad angle or too close to the camera. I need to gain some space. Try a selfie camera. Maybe I don't need to create distance. I fumble with my pocket as I continue petting the cat with the other hand. In the position I'm sitting in, it's difficult to get it out of my pocket, and a struggle for a moment. Finally, I prevail against these insurmountable odds. Place the camera in front of us and snap a bunch of photos, hoping that at least one wouldn't be a blurry mess of a disaster. I go through them quickly, and there is one close-up picture of the cat's face that didn't end up looking like the photo was taken from inside a tumbled dryer. It will have to make do. A few more cuddles later, I managed to exaggerate myself. I don't know what that word is, guys. From the situation, start off in the distance of home. Oh, it's so cute. Kitty. Well, perhaps not the best instruments of my part, this picture turned out kind of great. Wow, how did you manage to take this one? After many trials of turbulence, I managed to nab it in the end. That was approximately 42,372. Others that turned out rubbish, but that's besides the point. Haha, I bet. Did you get along well? Kind of. Not bad, not great. I don't think I was thinking of trying to feed it. Wait, what? Oh, that could work. Just don't give it raw fish or something that could make it sick. Don't worry, I won't. Fun fact. Cats can't eat raw fish, raw meat, bacon, mushrooms. I know there's onions. There's other stuff that I can't remember at the moment. Anyway, don't feed your cats that. Garlic. What a day. Keychain rattling in my hand, I unlocked the door, shutting it behind me, dumping the bag on the floor by the wall, and tugging on over to the kitchen for a bite to eat before bed. I trembled past Rose's room. Rose door. Blah, blah. Shut as always. Just a faint blue light leaking through the door frame. She must be on the laptop again. Finally arriving on the counter, I have myself a few pieces of fresh loaf before dragging myself into the living room and to the TV. One second, guys. I'm just taking a picture of my dog because he's being so cute and adorable. Oh. Why did it do that? Why is it doing that? Why is it that way? Oh, mother trucker. Being a wonky. I have to be wonky. Can my shiz not like... Why does it do this to me? One second. Let me grab the fucking thing. Let me grab thing. There we go. Maybe. does it do that? I'm trying to show you guys the photo I just took. But I'm having issues. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? I'll have to go through fucking. There. Look at the puppy! Guys, just look at him. He's laying on me. He's so cute. Oh shit. Pay no attention to my lock screen. It is unimportant. I also changed my thing. I'm now evil dark shape. Ah. Kinda wish I had the game Cult of the Lamb. That'd be a nice outfit to wear for it. Anyway. My puppy's just laying on my back. It's so cute. Anyway, sorry. Flopping on the couch, I watch whatever happens to be on, lazy munching away. There's a documentary on about life on the African savannah. It'd be just her thing. After a few minutes of deliberate I get up, going over to Ro's room, and gently knock on her door. Hey, Ro, you up? Yeah, Ray, what is it? I would be the annoying one, just checking. Can I come in? Yeah. As suspected, she's not even in bed. I didn't have anything in particular to say, I just wanted to see if you were up. You should catch some more regular sleep, bro. Silence. I know. You're sweet to care, but I know. Anytime, Ro. Trying to get at least some sleep tonight. Why is Ro me? Can we talk about that? I just changed my name to Sub. Damn it. Good night. Good night, Ray. With that, I take my leave, retiring to the sofa to finish up my meal. Go to sleep. That's not something I would do. Here I am. Never having been one for sitting around, came afternoon, I treat myself to a walk. Some might think that walking is a bit of a particular treat, but in a city like Paris, it really is. There really is something beautiful to see, something exciting to discover. I've been walking around the city frugally every day for years, and it still never bores me. On the contrary, it helps dislodge writer's block and distracts me from other woes. One of the streets and spots I always come back to though is this old little street passing by the small park. The trees happen to make for a great spot to just get away from the sun on a hot day. To an added bonus. Suddenly, I spot an orange fuzz in the and I instantly it's a cat. I know what the words say. No, I don't. Some of the words. I just can't say that. I'm dyslexic and my brain hates me. I thought I heard something. Anyway. It's funny. The thing that you notice once you're actively looking for them. Me with unicorns. Don't ask why. It's just a thing. I don't know why. Anyway. Well, it's either that or I've been afflicted with cat engineered nano machines altering my perspective, which in all honesty is a touch unlikely. He's so cute. Rather than a fully grown cat, this one's merely a kitten, playing with the leaves beneath the tree. Playtime is disturbed, however, when a pedestrian tappers by, startling the little creature. After having taken cover by the tree for a while, it tensely returns to its games, soon blissfully distracted. I'd love to join in, but I don't want to frighten it again either. Sneak. If it is unaware of my presence, then surely it can't be scared, right? Whenever the kitten's distracted by its play, I approach with a soft, quiet step, gradually making my approach. Oh, confused kitty. As a short distance away, the kitty stops, looking directly at me, which would likely indicate that it is now aware of me. I avoid looking directly at it, acting as if I don't know it's there at all. The kitten doesn't resume playing, but it doesn't appear to be terrified or even particularly bothered by me either. I should try to build its trust. Play with it with a stick. Well, it's obviously a rather playful sort. Maybe it'll help me befriend it. The tree beside us has kindly enough dropped a twig on the ground that looked like it could double as a cat toy. I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say that actually. I'm not gonna say that. Anyway. Get your mile gutters. That's not what I was gonna say. Anyway. Picking it up, I give it a try. Drawing a figure of 8 in the air. But I never played with a cat. Surely it can't be too complicated, but how I should go about it is still a question that needs answering. Avoid sudden movements? Within the kittens being easily scared, I feel like it would be detrimental to be too aggressive. Instead, I start with the stick some ways off. Bleh. Why was it so hard for me to say? Starting slowly and carefully, adding speed while changing directions. The kitten's eyes are soon set on the tip of the twig, following it curiously. Blah, 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 blah. Just fucking doing like Sharpay and fucking brah, brah, brah. Ma, ma, ma. I don't know how that helped me. I don't think it really does. Anyway. But hi, puppy. He's being so adorable. Where's my cat? Okay, fine. I take my cat. My puppy's circle. How dare you? I'm here. Alright. With the kitten's attention, I dare go closer. And the stick passes by it. It squats after the stick with its paw. Another gentle swish of the stick, and the kitten jumps in, chasing the toy to its full extent. If it pounces on it and holds it down with its claws, I let it have a victorious I let it have its victory before carefully jiggling it out of its grip. The kitten's eyes are brimmed with light. It is something Rose must see. I fumble with my free hand as I continue to distract the kitten with this twig. I manage to get a hold of my phone, turn the camera on, and get the picture taken. Instead of taking my leave right away, we play some more. but a group of young youngsters startled it again, and it scurries off. I'd love to meet it again. It's so cute. With not small sense of pride, I relay the brilliant image to Ro. Clearly, I am not the only one to recognize its quality. That has to be the cutest thing I've ever seen in ages. I know, never spent as much time with cats or other critters as you have, but it's easy to see the appeal now. They're lovely, aren't they? Such an adorable little kitten with the bell and everything. I wish I had a cat like that. Remind me of my first one when I was a kid. If that cat was anything like this one, it's easy to understand your obsession. Haha, I'll be home soon. I can see her beginning to type, then stop, erase, and type again. This goes on for a little while until the word okay showed up. A bit underwhelming maybe, but at least I aroused? I don't think that's the right word. Her for a while. When I get home, I enter Ro's room. Rude. I just wanted to let you know I'll be visiting the bakery lunchtime tomorrow. I need to grab a cake for Raiko from work birthday. If you want to come along, I'm sure the cat I'm sure the cat will be there. I think I'd rather stay here than say it's going to be. They say it's going to be very hot out tomorrow. But if you do see it, you know the rule, right? Right. When you see a cat for a second time, you must name it. I remember. I name it on the first time. Bruh. The people are slacking. You name it the first time. But then you forget the name. Anyway. I had 2 cats that I saw in the public once. One will be posted to a video at some point. That one is... What was that one's name? Salem. It's a little black cat. And the other one was where I used to work. I named that one Barcat. And it had little kittens. And one of the kittens was so adorable. I named that one Oddball. I didn't name the other ones. Because... Actually, no, I did name the other ones. The twins that were like very similar and very close. I named Naruto and Sasuke. Because they always fought. It was funny. And then I don't remember what I named the other kitten. Because I barely saw that one. Anyway. I'll head out again. And go to work soon. Good luck. When down by the canal, I keep an eye out for the scruffy cat, but I don't run into it again. Go to work. Hello, there's a cat squid. Work turned out like usual, pretty uneventful. Ugh, cracked my back. Alright, time to do. It didn't really crack. Very sad. After some well-deserved sleep, I head up to grab that cake. To be honest, I'm more excited at the chance of seeing the cat again than to celebrate my coworker. I should get the cat something. It looks like one that would appreciate something edible. Are you saying because it's fat? I take a quick detour to the grocery store and I quickly find myself in a small pet aisle. I have no idea what the cat likes, and the picture of the jars littered around its bed popped into my mind. Maybe they had contained something it liked, but I can't quite remember what the label it had. What should I buy? Olives. Why the fuck are olives on this fucking thing? Normal cat treats. No, that jar had to be intended for garbage. Who leave a glass jar out and about for an animal after all? And at the end of the day, the cat treats are designed for, well, cats to eat. Even if it doesn't like them, it'll hardly do any harm. Hardly, blah, blah, blah. When I reach the bakery, I find the cat resting in its makeshift bed yet again. It seems to be quite fond of the little box, even though it is visibly somewhere too small. Good afternoon, cat. I bring thy tribute of treats. The cat raises its head with a slow, lazy sway, letting out a big yawn, exposing a line of long teeth. It blinks slowly at me, and I reach out, petting its head and scratching it a little behind the ear. Rose sends her well wishes. She also wants me to grant you a name, if that would be okay. I get to name it? What should I name it? Guys, what should I name it? I have no idea what I should name it. Okay, so this one's at the bakery. Remember correctly, I think it's a fat cow. It's gonna name it Bob for baker, but Bob the Builder, not a baker. It's a good baker name. Baker. It's the Muffin Man. Muffin. Wait, no. You know what? No, I'm naming all the cats some kind of streamer. Bad Boy Halo. Yep. I'm doing that now. How about Bad Boy Halo? Does that sit well with you? Bad Boy Halo meows. I know it's just in response to me making sound at it, but I can't help but to add in a friendly, sarcastic remark. I do that too. Then again, you don't seem to do much but to sit. A pause accompanied by continuous petting before I reach into my pocket for that treat. I've got something for you. Ones in hand, I rattle the package somewhat to get Bad Boy Halo's attention. The cat eyes me with that sort of semi-exclusive curiosity in its eyes, standing up to get a good look at what I'm doing. Opening the bag of treats, resulting in a meow as Bad Boy Halo sniffs the air. I single out a treat and serve it to the cat out of the palm of my hand. Bad Boy... My dog is snoring. Did my AI freeze? Or is it just very laggy? My AI is just being very laggy. Lovely. Giving it another suspicious smell before tapping it with a paw. The treat clearly terrified, flees out of my hand, falls down into the bed. Bad Boy Haley taps it some more, making sure it cannot escape again before looking up to me with expectant eyes. Go ahead, it's yours. It's certainly not for me. However, Bad Boy Halo doesn't pay the morals any more attention, no matter how I try to coax it. Alas, I suppose Bad Boy Halo must be conco. I don't know. Of fine food, lacking any interesting cat treats. Well, that certainly didn't work out the way I hoped. I'll have to try to appease the cat somehow. Said those puffy cheeks look fit for a good scratching. Using the tip of my finger, I gently scratch his cheeks before moving to scratch it behind the jaw. Bad boy Halo clearly approves in humming purr bah. From a very pleased cat. It angles its head to give me a better access, and the scratching continues for a few moments before it's turning its head to the other side, and the process is repeated. Bad boy Halo purrs slowly, growing more quietly until it drifts off into a nap, its head resting against my hand. Ever so carefully, I lower its head into the bundle of blanket bedding, successfully in doing so without waking Bad boy Halo. Oh. A piece of glitter in my nail and bugging me. I realized that I had already spent much more time with Bad Boy Halo than I had intended, and need to pick up the cake already. Hesitantly, I gave Bad Boy Halo one last pat on the head before saying my goodbyes and escaping to the bakery. It's busting with more activity than usual. When the owner scurfers by, I receive the great news: business has been going well, and they were moving to a new, bigger place not too far away. I congratulate her, apologizing for not having much time to chat before my leave. Cake in hand. I'm already home. I'm home! Unlike the usual silence, Rose calls for me. Ray! Can you come over here for a minute? I should really do a different voice for her. When had she last been the one to call out to me? That's something I haven't considered being a possibility in a very long time. I walk over to her room. Aw, cute little sharp words. Yes. Rose playing with her hands as if she is unsure of how to bring up the subject. Thank you for the photos. They were nice. I can't speak. However, yes. That kitten? Was there anyone with it? No, it was alone, I think. Isn't that strange? For a kitten to be alone, I mean. I guess. But it had a collar, so it might just be living nearby. She doesn't look convinced. You know what? I'll see if I spot on my walk and make sure. That'd be great. Do you want to come and see it? How her brows frown, and her eyes trace the carvis of the board floors. Yep, I can English. I might get scared with another stranger around. Best you go alone. Scared of frightening. Scared of frightening it? That's not an excuse I've ever heard from Rose, the great cat whisperer. Maybe this case is a little bit more deliberate, but it's not like the kittens trust me either. However, if she doesn't want to, I can't force her. I'll just do my best then. Wish me luck. Luck! I don't like her voice, played on high pitch, personal thing I think of. Empowered by her blessing, I head out. Just before leaving, I put the cake in the fridge and make my way to the old Pendulum Street again. I can read. Yes, I can. No, I can't. I'm dyslexic. Lay stupid. I'm surprised to see the kitten sitting next to the tree, just like it had the other day. It feels a little strange to find such a young cat out here, all alone again. I would like to have a closer look at its color, as it might have a number or an address on it. Kitty! Wait, we saw it a second time, then we get to name it? Anyway, the kitten is sitting next to the tree trunk, looking at the pass-byers. It looks healthy, so somebody must be feeding it at least. I really hope I'm not just overthinking it. From our last meeting, I know I should be careful when I approach it. No sudden movements or sounds that will scare it. Having made my approach, I speak to it softly to get its attention. Hey, little friend. We need a proper name for you too, don't we? I get to name it. I get to name it. What should I name it? Considering it's an orange cat with a red collar and it's young and skittish but very playful, I'm gonna name it Tommy Annette. Tommy Annette. You're probably wondering, all these streamers are from Dream SMP. That's because I'm very original. And did not have an obsession over that for a little bit. Anyway, besides why. I do know other streamers, I promise. Yeah, oh. I had 13 views that day? Oh wait, no, that was not. Okay, I read that wrong. Sorry. I was looking at something. It was just there. Anyway. Tommy Annie, what do you think of that? The kitten glances at me with big eyes, which I decide to be in approval. This reminds me that I still have a cat treat in my pocket. Maybe Tommy Annette would like them. But I'm not the only one with eyes for the kitten. A kid separated from its mother's hand to chase the kitten. Tommy Annette runs, but in my direction. I can't let it get away. Follow the kitten. It's probably for the best to let it run. The kid caught by his mother, so I don't have to worry about him anymore. I follow the kitten around the corner and find it hiding in the doorway. Its body is pressed into the corner and its eyes watch me carefully. The ordeal has gotten me pretty close. Maybe I have a chance here. Throw a treat to it. Well, there's no twigs to use to play, but even if there were, I'm not sure that'd be a good idea. Maybe a bite to eat would help a little creature feel at ease. This situation is exactly what I'm used to, but I believe in the power of food. I crouch it down and toss the treat carefully so it lands next to the kitten. It snaps its eyes on the new object and sniffs the air. When it's convinced it won't move again, it sneaks up on the treat and eats it. When it finishes, it sniffs around the ground for more. I throw another one, and the projectile makes Tommy shy away before quickly returning to eat the food. I throw the treat closer and closer to me, so Tommy can get within reach. However, Tommy becomes aware of that and grows more careful approaching the tree, backing away when it has grabbed it. Literally, the little kittens from Barcat, because Barcat was mama, and all the little kittens were hers. Whenever I would try to get the kittens closer to me, I would have to throw them, and they would just... Only Oddball was brave enough to come up, grab the treat, and then run back. I'm like, come here, I want to pet you. Because Mama Kitty, Barcat, was very much not scared of humans. But she was also very much pregnant. Multiple times. I literally quit that job just because the cats were gone. You're probably thinking, that's just crazy. That's the other reasons. It probably was. But I'm telling you, I quit that job because the cats was gone. Take that as you will. I will stay if there's kittens. Ha. Its slow I just ate hair. It's a slow process, but I get the kitty close enough. Try to feed out of its hand. I slowly pick out a few treats and place them on my palm. I extend my hand slightly in front of me, making sure the kitten can see them. Tommy looks at them, but hesitates, so I throw one of them halfway between us. The kitten crunches down and sinks up to the treat, carefully watching me. After snacking on the nearest treat, it looks curiously at my hands, stretching its head out. It takes a step towards me, and I have to stay completely still. Movementless like a statue. A gargoyle on Notre Dame. Potato. Or maybe not a gargoyle. They come to life, right? As Tommy and it gets closer, it grows braver and walks up the last step to smell my hand. I feel its whiskers tickle my fingertips, but I stay still as a mountain. Tommy and it takes the first tree, and I can clearly hear it snap as it bites into it. After one after another, treats disappear until my hand is empty. I know Tommy and it won't like it, but I still have to grab it to check its collar. My hand eases closer and picks the kitten up. I quickly press it against my chest to stabilize it. Tommy and it tenses up as soon as I touch it, but I feel slightly calm after a few seconds in my... There you are. Such a good kitty. Can I Aha! It worked. I don't have to keep clicking. I try to smooth the kitten and gently stroke it with my thumb. When it is calm, I place it on my lap to check its collar. Tommy it meows and I find a phone number that I write down on my phone. When that is done, I loosen my grip and stroke the kitten gently to make it forget my manhandling. Then I have to let go and Tommy scares away, but I don't think we are back on square one. I leave some treats on the ground in case it comes back and leaves. Kitty. So far we've seen 3 kittens and named 2 of them. As soon as I get home, I walk into Ro's room. Hello, Ro. I got a number. Why didn't I call it? I don't know. Tommy and it had one in its collar. Oh, and I followed your rule. I named it. I also forgot to mention that I named the bakery cat as well. It's Bad Boy Halo. What are we waiting for? Call it! I'm waiting for you, bitch. I type the number and let the signal go by. They go on for longer and longer. No answer? That's in my eye. It doesn't appear so. I'll have to try again later. Well, keep me updated. I will. I can't just... I gotta click that. I tried to call a few more times, eventually I gave up and head out for work. Did I already go to work today? Soft. Are we gonna see the one cat? Why is it dark out? I just realized. Over here, so there's Cthulhu cat. But then there's Lemon Neon Cat. That's literally my jam. There are slow news days and there's dead news days. I need to get something published today or my boss will get on my case. Might as well have a stroll and see if I can at least find something worth writing about. The city is beautiful, lit in the dark as I find my way down to the towpath. It's probably one of the prettiest spots around here. Another advantage it has going for it in okay. Another advantage it has going for it is the fact that for some arcane reason, almost nobody ever goes there, rendering it a quiet place for thoughts to be had. Hang on a moment. What's that noise? My pondering is interrupted by aggressive growling and tremendous noises near the bridge. My curiosity is getting the better of me, and I silently walk over to check the sources of the racket. It's you! In the growl of the lamplight, there's a group of cats staring at each other. Oh my god, I have like the hiccups. Yeah. Hissing and swatting their paws. 4 of them seem to be working together against a somewhat larger, rougher looking one. Could it be the same one as the other day? It looks like it. It appears to be in trouble. Try to interrupt the fight. I can't let them fight, so I run up shouting, flaring my arms, and causing a stir, hoping to end the tussle. Much like most readers of the paper, they could care less about my attempt and roll around in the balls of claws and hissing in anger. Why is there glitter on my feet? I had shoes on. Or why I'm looking at my feet. I had an itch. Don't question me. Don't judge me. I have nothing to break up the fight with. They don't care in the slightest about my opinion on the whole fighting business, and putting my hand and there would likely end in roughly the same manner as shoving it into a wood chipper. Wow. Except be more fluffy. I can't do much other than looking on helplessly as they fight it out. Oh no! In the end, it's the lone cat that comes out on. Oh wait, no, it comes on top. And chases away the rascallions in its visibly wearing its chest heaving with ragged breaths. I walk closer, waiting to help it, but it gives me one quick look of disappointment that causes me to stop dead in my tracks. I guess that it was none too pleased about my interruption, but clearly this cat is a cut above most, and it deserves some form of something. I'm naming it. I have an idea. Okay, so it's a fighter. It's a lone cat. I really don't have any ideas. I had one idea. I'm going to use that idea because
I am very sensitive to caffeine, and
why is there sound coming from there? Shush at you. I have one idea. Just because I can. Embliss is now a cat. Well, Embliss, you're clearly made of dinner stuff the most. Mind sharing your secrets? Embliss starts walking along the water with the air of authority, and I tag along at a respectful distance. It stops, but this time it's not facing the canal. It looks into the corner of the wall. Maybe this is where it spends its nights. While certainly stuffed with trash, there doesn't appear to be much in the way of food. Offer food. I still have a few treats left, so I fish them out of my pocket and crouch down, offering them from my hand. Embliss looks at me with a spark of suspicious glinted in its eye, not making any move to approach. I throw a treat between us in case it just doesn't want to get close to me. It walks up to the treat with a scolding expression and swats it dismissively into the water below. Well, rude. Note to self. Embliss really doesn't like cat treats. Skip treats over the water. That's a waste of fucking food. Touch the cat. Okay, maybe not. I love how I say okay. That's what. Okay, turns out the worst thing that could happen is a cat peeved to its highest degree. Then again, it was just involved in a bit of a scruffle, so I suppose it was a fairly dumb idea to intrude on its personal space. Still visibly displeased, it makes its way into the shadow beneath the bridge. I know better than to bother in further. While certainly not the smoothest of a friendship, I get the feeling that Embliss is at least somewhat less indifference towards me. Embliss and I would have to part ways for now, but I'm looking forward to meeting it again. Once back at work, inspiration hits me. I could always write a little piece about the issue of an abandoned cat around the city. After all, I never get noticed before, so bringing it to light might result in some good. Returning home in the morning. Oh wait.
Dispel.
Ah!
Fine.
Why does that happen? What the hell? Okay, weird. Something broke. Okay, looking through my pockets for my keys, only to find none. I must have dropped them somewhere. With I knocked steadily on the door. A short while later, Rose opens it with a surprised look in her face. She looked tired. I'm not sure if I woke her up or not, however. I dropped my keys. Oh. I have to go looking for them after I've had time to sleep. Are you going anywhere? No, not really. With that, we separate into our respective rooms. Why don't I get to look at my room? Or the kitchen? I just get to look at the living room and her room. Not my room. Blub, 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 blub. No. I go to the bakery during the afternoon this time around, as the bakery won't be open in the weekend due to the move. So this will be the last time I go to this alley. During the walk, I'm sure to keep my eyes peeled in case I drop my keys here, but I'm fairly sure I didn't. I enter the bakery and almost feeling a little nostalgic as I look around. It won't change my roots that much to go to a new place, but I'm a little worried about Bad Boy Halo. I asked the owner about it when she hands me bread. Will you bring the cat along with you to your new place? The owner gently shakes her head. There's no good place for it to stay at the new bakery, and we can't let it inside. Isn't there anyone that can take it home then? We have tried that, but it got really angry and anxious when we tried to carry it away. It really likes it with us, but when push comes to shove, we'll have no choice but to force it to. I'm sure it'll work out somehow. Have you seen a pair of keys, by the way? I've dropped them somewhere. I haven't, but I'll be sure to keep a lookout. The other smiles reassuringly and continues on with work. I leave the bakery feeling ill at ease. I walk up to Bad Boy Halo and I notice that it looks a bit uneasy, but cheers up some when it sees me. The cat must know something's going on. I should at least try to comfort it before I go. Pet it gently for a while. Cuddles are the best cure for anxiety. I sit down next to his little bed and reach my hand to caress its head. Bad Boy Halo closes his eyes, purring as we sit like that for a while. We can't leave Bad Boy Halo without anyone caring for it. It feels weird to think of the cat being anywhere else but here in the back alley. This is its home. I keep a close eye on the cat. It's looking much happier after some cuddling. A thought starts to play in my mind. What if I could take Bad Boy Halo home with me. Bad Boy Halo seems like a cat that would like most people. Sure, that might be a Yep. But I feel like we have a little bit of a special bond. I've gotten better with cats, I think, and I know Rose owned cats in the past, so we could be able to. I know Rose owned cats in the past, so we would be able to care for it. Our apartment is big enough, and my income isn't too bad. It could be donable. I don't know. But it's entirely donable. Let's try it out. It will depend on Bad Boy Halo's likes me or the bakery more entirely. Bad Boy Halo inches closer to my hand and snuggles close to it. I stroke it gently with my free hand. Suppose of further cuddles. I roll up my sleeves and crack my knuckles, a quiet joke to myself. The charm blitz is on, and there is no escaping it. I'll make Bad Boy a happy, not so little cat. I begin scratching behind its cheeks. I run my fingers through its thick fur and give it a scratch from the ears to the chin. I move my hands down to the chest and neck, digging in the furry chest hair. When I scratch the fur over its shoulder, I notice its front paw clawed, quite under it in comfort. Blah 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 blah. The cat rolled over, exposing his stomach. I give Bad Boy Halo a proper belly rub. Bad Boy Halo must feel spoiled for a bit after that. The cat remains on his back, his eyes closed, but then gives me a glance. The look seems to say, "Oh, you finished already? Aren't you supposed to be feeling bad?" Bad Boy Halo chases after my hand, demanding to receive more pets, even though I've been at it for a minute already. My puppy's like moving. I'm gonna resituate myself. My puppy doesn't like that idea. Hi, puppy. Yeah. Why is it playing automatic? Oh, wait. I might have actually. Oh, shit. Oh no, I went too far. I went way too far. Okay, shit. When I don't immediately comply, well, things will. There we go. When I don't immediately comply, it looks at me with those puppy eyes. Bad Boy Halo certainly seems to want to keep me around, but is that enough for it to be willing to follow me home? I'm trying to get comfy. My legs hurt. I like to give the cat a little test to see. Yeah. Ugh. Just kidding. Mouse. Would Bad Boy Halo voluntarily follow me out of this alley if I just called for it? Could hardly hurt to try. I give the cat a last pet on its head, and then walk away, not stopping before I reach the next street. Not that far of a distance, really, but it can be for a small cat. I make eye contact, with Bad Boy Halo, that eyes me curiously. Without breaking it, I crouch down and reach out with a hand. Come here, Bad Boy Halo. I click my tongue and the cat watches me lazily. I call out to it again, but I don't receive even as much as a blink back. Bad Boy Halo seems to have no interest in making its way over here, even for pets. That's way too much work. After a while, I have to just give up on Bad Boy Halo. Won't come over. I walk back over to the bed and resume the petting, as if apologizing for even suggesting that it should move. Bad Boy Halo doesn't want to leave, and like the owner, I don't want to force it. The best thing would be for Bad Boy to stay with the bakery somehow. I think I have an idea growing. I snuggle the cat's cheeks and head back into the bakery. The owner looks up at me with a raised eyebrow. If the cat can't stay behind the store, can't it stay in front of it? Maybe it could attract customers. I fiddle with my fingers, unsure what she'll think of my idea. That might just work. The cat has always loved people, so we could make it a proper home by the door. Then we wouldn't have to force it anywhere either. I called him Bad Boy Halo, by the way. I've never heard you call it by any name, so I took the liberty of naming it. The owner started to chuckle. I never got to that. Bad Boy Halo, you say? It fits strangely well. I bid my goodbyes and head out again. I can't spot my keys anywhere, but I can't help but feel cheer-free for having found a solution for Bad Boy Halo. I must have dropped my keys somewhere along the canal, so I'll go there next. I get to the towpath and it's already becoming dark. I'm placing my hopes on that the setting sun will hit the keys just right and make them shine up. I keep my eyes peeled on the ground, making my way back to my workplace along the canal. A hung makes me look back, and sure, I spot Embliss following me with silent steps. I wonder for how long it's been doing that, or why. Possibly to keep an eye on anyone in its turf. The cat keeps stalking me The cat keeps stalking me a slight distance, and I ignore it the best I can. My keys are our top priority right now. I walk the entire towpath without stopping. I guess I'll walk back, check some of the busters areas more carefully. I spot that Embliss has stopped following me and is playing with something next to the edge of the canal. It's the keys. Good that it's keeping itself entertained. Check out what the cat's doing. I'm a bit curious to what would interest Embliss. If my keys can wait this long, they can wait a little longer. The cat is sitting right next to the water and is poking at something casually, almost like it doesn't want to admit that it's playing. When I get closer, I get a better look at the object. Wait! Those are my keys Embliss is playing with! I can't believe the cat managed to find them. I don't have the time to take a sigh of relief before the cat pokes the keys so that they inch closer to the watery doom. I must do something quick to prevent the catastrophe. I can't say that word even with being catlish joke. I don't know, but from happening. I don't upset the cat. I reach out my hand in front of I reach out my hand in front of me, trying to mentally keep the cat still. I hunch slightly and walk closer slowly, careful not to alligate the cat. It looks at me moderately before losing interest and looking down at the keys again. Now there, Endless, let's not be hasty. I watch as a paw close in on the bundle. Endless! I lean forward, but it's too late. I watch the keys tumble over the edge, and I hear the splash echo in my head. Dive for the keys. Without a moment of hesitation, I throw my bag with valuables to the side and run for the water. I pass Endless and jump feet first into the canal. The cold water hits me, and I swim up to the surface to orate me. The water is completely black. How can I possibly find my keys in this? My hands hit something sharp and I recoil. I take a look at what it can be, and it's my keys. I find myself afloat, dumbfounded for a moment before I grab them. All right, I have a cork on my keychain. I must call my mom and thank her for this gift when I get home. I pull myself up on the edge and met with the scornful face of the cat. It would appear some water has splashed on it when I jumped in. Oops, oh well. It's the compass for pushing the keys in to begin with. I apologize and squeeze some water out of the hem of my shirt. If Endless is slightly damp, I'm literally drenched here. I can't really go home like this in the summer. The summer evening is warm. I remove my shoes and empty them in the canal before putting them to dry next to me. I squeeze out the water the best I can from my clothes, and then I wait. Endless joins me by licking itself dry. Maybe it isn't that mad at me since it sticks around. I guess I might forgive it too then. It takes time, but eventually my things are dry enough that I feel comfortable going home. Thank you for the company. I've said my goodbyes, so I started to head home. As soon as I get home, I walk into Rose's room. I found my keys. I had dropped them by the canal. That's good. We'll have to visit the bakery when they have opened again. Bad Boy Halo will receive a house at the front. Yeah, it could be nice to meet it someday. Bad Boy Halo would love you. Anyway, that was all I had to say. Good luck with whatever you're doing. Thanks. I always take a long walk on Sundays, and the weather is supposed to be really good, so I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Yo, sleep. Am I gonna meet any other cats? I want to meet more cats. As I go out for my Sunday stroll, I keep an eye peeled for a certain kitten. Oops. Well, fuck. I see the tree in the distance, and it grows closer as I walk. There's no kitten to be seen. I reach the corner and circle around the tree, but I can't see Tommy in it. Maybe it actually got home. If that were to be the case, it would be great. A meow crashed my hopes, and I looked around, still not spotting it. The next meow I can tell comes from above. I look up. How'd you get the bug up there? Tommy looks down at me from a high up branch in the tree. What's it doing up there? It doesn't look very safe. I haven't climbed a tree in ages, but I did it some back in the day. I can English. Except for the first part, it looks like a pretty easy climb. Excuse me. Raw power. Okay, well, I didn't like that. I walk up and look at the tree fork. It was really high up. With a small jump, I managed to grab the lower branch and struggle up, kicking at the trunk. I grunt and try to pull myself up with quite some effort and in no way gracefully. I make it to the first fork. I've made it! I look up at the kitten. Am I imagining things, or is it even further up now? Maybe I should have just been more careful. Looks like I scared it. Yeah, climb slowly. I really can't afford scaring it any further up the tree. Tommy is already out on a very thin twig. With all of its claws sticking to the wood, I don't want it to let go of the grip before I can catch it. Slowly I move to the next foothold and then pause there until Tommy stops watching me. Then I advance to the next spot. It's very slowly going and my arms feel a bit tired, but eventually I reach the same height that Tommy is at. The kitten, however, is just slightly too far away. I might be able to lean out to grab it or possibly lure it closer. Coaxed by food. I make sure I sit steady on my branch and then carefully extract the treats from my pocket. If Tommy has been up here for a while, it might be hungry. I reach out in the tree and I immediately see how the kitten's nose twitches as it sniffs the air. You know you want it. Come take it. After a moment's hesitation, it eases closer, carefully making its way back along the thin branch. I lay my hand flat and the kitten grabs the tree and devours it in seconds. It really is hungry. I feed it more treats, making it come a little closer each time before I grab the kitten with both hands and place it in my lap. I feed it the rest of the treats and it eagerly eats every single one of them. It's hungry and a bit tired, but looks otherwise fine. Now comes the part where I have to get both of us down safely. I reach for my bag. That's probably the best way to carry the kitten as it keeps both my hands free. Sorry, this will be over in a minute. I grab Tommy in it and put it in my bag before placing it over my back again. After that, I begin my slowly descend and I pull it off smoothly. When I reach the last fork in the tree, I drop down and make freeing Tommy in it my top priority. I open up the bag and bring the kitten up in my arms. After a few seconds of being safely in my arms on the ground, the kitten falls asleep. I look at it curiously and stroke it gently over its back. It's almost surreal. Now I'm facing with what to do next. I've rescued Tommy in it from the tree, but I don't want to let go of the kitten again. I don't want to be uncertain whether or not it has a warm place to sleep and food to eat. I'll take it home with me. We can look for its owner, and if we don't find anyone, Tommy will stay with us. I'm sure Ro will be happy to have the kitten. After all, she has shown great concern over its well-being. I texted her, fill her in on what's happening. Bobby's life. Anyway, Tommy was stuck in the tree. I got it down, but I'm bringing it home with me. That's awful. Is it okay? Yes, it's very sleepy and quite hungry, so we'll have to get it something. Okay, bring it home first, and let me care for it while you do that. The kitten stays asleep the entire way at home. I find Ro waiting for it. Here it is. Rose reaches out with her hands. Can I take it? I nod and hand her the kitten, who stays asleep. Ro looks over and doesn't look like she finds anything of concern. We'll have to buy her food and some other thing. Oh, it's a her. Oops. Anyway, other things you could do. Of course, just tell me what to get. I'll text you a list. I watch them for a second. Tommy is safe and curled in Rose's arms. Knowing that the little cat is in very good hands, I head out to acquire whatever Tommy and it needs. Sometime later. Some time has passed, and Tommy has adjusted well to its new home. It has become comfortable with us, which has turned it into a playful and mischievous little kitten It was always meant to be. I make my way towards Rose's door, and Tommy Ant decides to follow me. I had to block it with my foot as I knock on the door. Hey, Ro, you in there? Oh, hey, Ray. Yep, I'm here. The room's clean. Very nice. What are you up to? Just some coursework. I liked to be caught up with everything before I get back to class. You got it. No problem. I've seen how hard you've studied lately. Considering how far behind she'd been in the past, I'm surprised by how far she has come. Tommy Ant runs up to her and she picks it up. I knew the two of you would get along. Tommy Ant's adorable. How couldn't I? However, I have to keep it out. However, I have to keep it out whenever I'm writing, as it tries to eat my pen. Who knows? Maybe it wants to write my essay for me. Why don't you let it have it and find out? Anyway, I'm just dropping by to say that I'm leaving for a walk. Have fun. Can I take Tommy Ant with me for a walk? While strolling, I think of the change Ro has gone through. Sure, she still spends most of her time locked up in her room, but now with her head buried deep in schoolwork. I think Tommy Ant reminds her of why she wanted to be a veterinarian in the first place. I've never seen either of them happier than when they are playing together. Ro's still on the road of recovery, but with Tommy Ant by her side, it's going to be so much easier. Aw. Yay! Okay guys, funny thing. Aw, that's cute. So, I had Chinese food. That's a lot. I had fortune cookie. But my fortune cookie said to get a cat to make my life happier. Fun fact. What are those screenshots like in game? I hear you, puppy. I was really kind of hoping it would be more cats, but what a cool game. Ah, how nice. Anyway, I was hoping there'd be more cats, but it is fine. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end. That was a fun game to play. My puppy wants to like go to bed or something because he just keeps laying on me. He wants like cuddles or something like that. Little puppy. Hi, puppy. So who should we raid? Who's live? I kind of want to raid Embliss just to inform him that we named a cat after him. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I like that idea. Raiding Embliss. Start a raid. Also, this is my last day of September. I don't think it's September anymore because it's past midnight. But last day of September, I literally streamed for the whole month of September. I don't know if I'm streaming tomorrow, but we'll see. I've streamed so far for 30 days straight. I'm a little tired, but I don't know. Maybe we will. We'll see what's up. But anyway, where's my button? Anyway, go, raid Embliss. Brr, meow, cats, bah.